Good morning, good people. My name is Father Christopher Popravak. I'm a Capuchin in San Antonio, Texas. You know, there are many tragedies in war beyond the loss of human life. Some are the result of human error. During World War II, Allied forces destroyed the monastery St. Benedict founded back in the year 529, Monte Cassino. Germans had used the adjoining town as a key point in their defensive line. In January of 1944, heroic fighting by Allied troops met heroic German resistance in 3 savage battles. On February 15th, sadly, the Allies bombed and demolished the Benedictine monastery, erroneously believing that the Germans had conquered and occupied and fortified it. Thus, a center of spirituality and learning that had withstood centuries of assault on religion and culture gave way to the inhumanity of the god of war. Today, March 21st, marks the occasion when Pope Pius XII wrote the encyclical Fulgens Radiatur, which translated in English means brilliantly shine. He compared the monastery of Monte Cassino to a torch conquering darkness, and lamented its near-complete destruction during the war. Practically nothing else survived from the destruction, Pope Pius wrote, except the sacred crypt, in which the relics of the Holy Patriarch are preciously kept. Remember, this wartime Pope was writing to a world that had experienced the horror of the Holocaust, where 6 million Jews were exterminated. Elie Wiesel, who survived the concentration camps, wrote of his experience in a book called Night. This period of human history was certainly a night, a dark period in human affairs, much in need of a torch that could conquer darkness. To reinforce this, Pope Pius commented in his encyclical, "Remember and consider that the sacred principles of religion and its norms of conduct are the safest and soundest foundations of human society. If they are disregarded and compromised, everything that promotes order, peace, and prosperity among men and nations, as an almost necessary consequence, gradually collapses. When holiness and religion are removed, there follows a life of turmoil and great confusion." Unfortunately, we must honestly add that religious leaders then did not always respond with the words and deeds European society needed so badly. Even Pope Pius XII, whose argument in the encyclical was so clear, has been criticized for his failure to confront more publicly the genocide during his tenure. My friends, even today, our religious leaders have not been able to speak with the forceful voice our culture needs. Religion and its norms of conduct cannot be the sound foundation of a society when so many contradictory voices fill our religious space. On the issues of capital punishment, sexual mores, gender and racial theory, religious leaders are at odds. Catholics and Protestants, Muslims and Jews, Buddhists and Hindus cannot find common ground on a natural law that is supposed to be written in every human heart. Meanwhile, our society, while not experiencing the bombs of war, are certainly suffering the onslaught of values we once held as self-evident. Perhaps it can only be the prophets among us that can speak truthfully and powerfully to the chaos all around us. My brothers and sisters, we Capuchins pray for you. Continue to please pray for us so that we can be a voice for good and serious change.